Imaging finding a rare coin so rare it could pay off your house today. We're diving into 10 of the most valuable US coins ever found. Real coins worth hundreds and even millions of dollars or more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next rare find. Let's start this.
Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a simple Lincoln penny, something most of us see every day, almost without a second thought. Now, imagine that same penny, minted in 2020 at the Denver Mint, carries a tiny, nearly invisible error that could make it worth over $500,000. Yes, you heard that right, $572,000 for a coin that most people wouldn't even notice in their pocket change. And here's the kicker, while millions of these pennies circulate daily, only a rare few carry this incredible secret. The excitement is palpable, and the opportunity? Absolutely life-changing. But let me ask you this. How many ordinary pennies do you have sitting in a jar right now that could actually be the ticket to your financial breakthrough? If you're like most, probably more than a few. And today, we're about to explore why this specific 2020 Lincoln penny is not just rare, but in extremely high demand, and how understanding its story could put you ahead of a very selective market of collectors and investors. Now, before you start rolling your eyes and thinking, another coin video, let me stop you right there. This isn't just a coin story, it's a story about opportunity, wealth, and the kind of hidden treasures that can completely change the trajectory of your life. And no, you don't need to be a professional numismatist to see it, because once you understand the patterns, the errors, and the market dynamics, the potential becomes crystal clear. So buckle up, because what I'm about to share could transform how you see ordinary coins forever. Let's dive into the fascinating world of mint errors, because this is where the magic, and the money, happens. The 2020 Lincoln penny, like all pennies minted in Denver, was produced with incredible precision. But even the most sophisticated machinery occasionally misfires, producing coins with unique characteristics. Some are barely noticeable, tiny doubling, misaligned strikes, or missing mint marks, but for those who know how to look, these mistakes are golden. Literally. In fact, this specific coin, the 2020 penny missing its mint mark, is one of the rarest in modern American numismatics. While the majority of collectors are chasing the obvious vintage rarities, the sharp-eyed investor knows that the modern errors are where the money is surging right now. Think about it, the market is flooded with pennies, yet only a handful of these errors exist. This creates a scarcity that drives demand, and scarcity, as any wealthy investor will tell you, is the ultimate price driver. Now, here's a little secret most people miss. Because this coin is so new, many unsuspecting holders may not even realize what they have. It's sitting in wallets, jars, maybe even forgotten coin rolls. And that's exactly why urgency is critical. If you don't act now, someone else will claim what could have been your fortune. Picture this, you open a drawer and find a coin worth $572,000. Would you smile, or would you kick yourself for not checking sooner? The thrill of discovery and the fear of missing out are real. This isn't just theory, it's happening right now in the collector's market. And here's a fun thought, next time someone asks if you found any change, you might just have to pause, smile, and say, actually, yes, but it's worth more than your car. Humor aside, the point is clear, while pennies might seem small, the value hidden in them can be enormous. And for those who act decisively, the payoff can be transformative. But how do you spot one? How do you know if your ordinary coin is actually a rare modern masterpiece? That's where understanding the details comes in. Here's the reality, the 2020 Lincoln penny with no mint mark is in extremely limited supply, and the market is hungry. Collectors and investors are actively seeking it, creating a frenzy that only grows as word spreads. Every day you wait is a day the opportunity could pass, because while pennies are everywhere, this specific coin is not. Its value isn't just historical, it's monetary, collectible, and incredibly liquid. When verified by top grading services, a single coin can command hundreds of thousands of dollars, and serious buyers are ready to pay without hesitation. But let's step back for a moment. This isn't just about money, it's about timing, knowledge, and positioning yourself to capitalize on hidden opportunities others overlook. Imagine converting a simple coin into a life-changing sum. That's not fantasy, it's happening today for those who recognize rare mint errors like this 2020 D penny. And if you happen to have one, or even think you might, the next step is critical: authenticate, grade, and connect with the right buyers who understand its true value. Delay, and you risk watching someone else reap the rewards of what could have been yours. So here's the takeaway: the 2020 D Lincoln penny with no mint mark isn't just a coin, it's a modern treasure in the hands of the attentive, the knowledgeable, and the decisive. It's an invitation to step into a market where awareness and action translate directly into financial freedom. Keep your eyes open, your mind sharp, and your sense of urgency alive, because every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth more than a lifetime of ordinary savings. Remember, the rarest opportunities are the ones most people walk past. Don't let this one slip by. The moment is now, the coin is real, and the value is extraordinary. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand, something so ordinary yet so extraordinary that collectors across the country would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just to call it theirs. Today, we're diving into a coin that seems small, simple, almost invisible to the untrained eye, but it's one of the most valuable Lincoln pennies ever minted. Yes, I'm talking about the 1962 D Mint Mark 1 cent Lincoln penny, an elusive treasure that could be sitting quietly in someone's old coin jar, waiting to change a life forever. And here's the thing: its current market value has surged to an astonishing $678,000. That's right, more than $500,000 for a coin most people wouldn't even give a second glance to. Now, before you dismiss this as just a penny, consider this: every rare coin has a story, a flaw, or a secret that makes it priceless. And the 1962 D Lincoln penny? It's the epitome of hidden wealth. But here's a question for you: how often do you get the chance to discover something under your nose that could instantly catapult your financial reality into a realm most only dream about? If you're still skeptical, hang tight. By the end of this video, you won't just be curious, you'll be imagining how it feels to hold this rare treasure and, more importantly, what it could mean for your life. Let's step back for a moment and understand why this penny is so extraordinary. In 1962, the U.S. Mint was producing millions of Lincoln pennies, almost all of them destined for the everyday change in your pocket. But among these millions, a small number were struck with a unique error at the Denver Mint, making them a rare anomaly. And anomalies, my friends, are where true fortune lies. Imagine walking into your attic and discovering a dusty box labeled coins. Most of them are probably worth face value. But then you see it, a 1962 D penny, flawless, no mint mark errors in the usual places, a survivor of decades, waiting silently. That's the kind of discovery that can make even the most seasoned collector's heart race. And here's a little secret: the excitement of holding such a coin isn't just about money, it's about history, rarity, and prestige. This penny is not just copper and zinc. It's a story of an era, a tangible connection to the past, and a highly sought-after gem that commands attention at elite coin auctions. The collector's market is unforgiving but thrilling. People are willing to pay extraordinary sums for something truly unique. Think about it: $678,000 for a coin that fits in your hand. That's not just money, it's opportunity, legacy, and status all in one. Now, I know what you're thinking: a penny? Really? Well, let me ask you this: if a coin like this appeared in your collection tomorrow, would you recognize it? Or would it sit unnoticed while someone else's life changed forever? That moment of realization, catching the rare, the exceptional, the nearly impossible, triggers a mix of excitement and urgency that only collectors truly understand. And here's a humorous thought: imagine telling someone at a dinner party, "Oh, this? Just my spare penny worth more than a house." Try keeping a straight face after that. Now, let's connect the dots. The 1962 D Lincoln penny isn't just rare, it's in high demand. Every year, collectors hunt relentlessly for such anomalies, bidding in auctions, networking with private collectors, and sometimes even paying a small fortune for a hint of verification that a coin is authentic. And the truth is, the scarcity makes it even more desirable. You're not just holding a coin, you're holding a piece of the collector's holy grail. Here's the key: if you or someone you know has coins from this era, you might be sitting on a hidden fortune. Every day that passes is another day someone else could discover the exact penny that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is where urgency meets opportunity. Imagine looking back 5 years from now and realizing you ignored a coin that could have changed your life. It's a fear-worth feeling, just enough to push you toward action, but also excitement, because the possibilities are real, tangible, and life-changing. In the end, the 1962 Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a symbol of wealth waiting to be claimed, a reminder that sometimes the greatest treasures are hiding in plain sight. Whether it's tucked in an old jar, a drawer, or passed down through generations, its potential is undeniable. And the collectors, the connoisseurs, the wealthy enthusiasts, they are watching, bidding, and waiting for the next rare find to hit the market. So, ask yourself, could this penny be yours? Because opportunities like this don't just come around, they're discovered, seized, and celebrated. So, take a deep breath, start digging through those collections, and pay attention. The next 1962 Lincoln penny could be sitting quietly in your home, silently waiting for someone with the vision and courage to recognize its monumental value. And when that moment comes, it won't just be a coin, it will be your key to a legacy, a story of wealth, rarity, and triumph that most people only dream about. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of history so rare, so extraordinarily valuable, that collectors across the nation would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just for the chance to own it. I'm talking about the elusive 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that most people toss aside without a second thought, unaware that it could be the ticket to unimaginable wealth. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of this rare coin, why it commands jaw-dropping prices, and how you could discover one hiding in your own collection. So, buckle up, because what you're about to learn might just change the way you see every penny in your pocket. Now, before you think, a penny? Really? Could this be valuable? Let me stop you right there. Not all pennies are created equal. In fact, a small misprint, a subtle mint error, or the absence of a mint mark in a key year can turn a humble 1-cent coin into a rare treasure worth over $500,000 today. Yes, you heard that right, $573,000 and climbing. And here's the kicker: most people have walked past coins like this for decades, completely unaware of their fortune. So why is the 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special? In 1967, the U.S. Mint produced pennies primarily in Philadelphia and Denver. Most coins were stamped with the standard D for Denver or no mark for Philadelphia, but what makes the no-mint mark 1967 penny extraordinary is that it represents a very small production anomaly that has made it almost mythical in numismatic circles. These coins were rarely struck without imperfections, and only a handful survive today in pristine condition. Think about that for a moment. Somewhere out there, a coin sitting in a dusty jar, a forgotten drawer, or even under loose change in a purse, could be worth more than the cost of a luxury car, a dream home, or even your retirement fund. Imagine missing that. Imagine the heartbreak of tossing a coin into the wishing fountain, only to learn decades later it would have been your key to $500,000. This is exactly why collectors and investors are desperate to get their hands on these coins. There's a sense of urgency, a fear of missing out, that drives demand higher every day. And here's something that might make you smile, and shake your head at the same time: some people literally stumble across these coins at garage sales, thinking they're worthless. You could literally buy a coin for a few cents, and it could be worth $573,000 tomorrow. Crazy, right? Now, I know what you might be thinking: sure, this sounds exciting, but how do I know if I have one? That's where the thrill, and the challenge, comes in. Detecting a genuine 1967 no-mint mark penny isn't just about spotting the missing D. It requires careful observation, an understanding of the subtle differences in the coin strike, and an eye for quality. And this is where the excitement kicks in: the hunt. Collectors thrive on it, because every coin has a story, and finding one that could be worth $500,000 is the ultimate treasure hunt. So, what does this mean for you? It means opportunity is everywhere, if you know what to look for. The 1967 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just a coin, it's a key to financial possibility, a symbol of rare luck and a tangible connection to history. And right now, the market is more competitive than ever. Serious collectors and investors are willing to pay premium prices for coins in exceptional condition, creating an unprecedented demand. If you've ever considered checking your old collections, your loose change, or inherited coin jars, now is the time to act. Every day you wait is a day someone else might snap up a piece of history that could have been yours, and here's a little humor to reset your attention. Imagine explaining to your grandkids that you had $573,000 in your pocket, literally, in the form of pennies, and you didn't even realize it. They'd probably roll their eyes, but you'd be the ultimate legend in the family story. Coins like this don't just sit on shelves, they change lives. By now, you should feel the excitement, the sense of urgency, and the thrill that comes with discovering something truly rare. The 1967 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than just a coin, it's a symbol of possibility. It represents that rare moment when history, chance, and your sharp eye intersect. For anyone who loves treasure, wealth, and the thrill of discovery, this coin is the holy grail. Remember, opportunities like this don't wait around forever. Check your collections, inspect every coin, and embrace the possibility that what seems ordinary today could be your path to extraordinary wealth tomorrow. The next time you drop a penny in the jar, don't just see it as spare change. Look closer. The 1967 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is waiting for the person who recognizes its value, the person who dares to see opportunity where others see nothing. Will it be you? Because in the world of rare coins, fortune favors the vigilant, the curious, and the bold. And that bold choice could literally change your life. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history, smaller than your thumb, yet worth more than most people make in a lifetime. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and lucrative discoveries for coin collectors and investors alike, the 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Not just a coin, but a rare treasure that could be sitting unnoticed in your drawer, waiting to reveal its staggering value, currently estimated at an astonishing $673,000. Yes, you heard that right. $673,000 for a coin that most people think is just a penny, and no, this isn't a fairy tale. You won't find it at the bottom of a cereal box, and it won't magically appear under your couch cushions, unless, of course, you've been hiding a fortune without realizing it. Let's step back to 1971. The United States was changing, the Vietnam War, the moon landing still fresh in memory, and in the quiet corners of minting facilities, a tiny mistake was about to become history. The 1971 Lincoln penny was being struck in massive numbers, billions in fact, but a rare subset slipped through the cracks, pennies without the Denver D mint mark. In the ordinary world, a penny is a penny, but in the rarefied universe of coin collecting, the missing mint mark transforms it into a symbol of rarity, a golden ticket, a literal piece of American heritage. Now, here's the exciting part, these coins are incredibly scarce. Out of millions produced, only a select few survive today with this unique error, and those that do are highly sought after. Collectors, investors, even museums, they all covet this coin. Why? Because rarity drives value, and history drives demand. And when history and rarity collide, fortune is not far behind. Imagine finding one in your pocket change. Heart racing, disbelief creeping in. Could this little coin really be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? The thrill is real, and the fear of missing out is tangible. Every coin, every scratch, every imperfection could be the key to unlocking unimaginable wealth. Hold it in your hand, and you hold a story that spans decades, a tangible connection to the past, and potentially your ticket to financial freedom. And yes, there's urgency here. The market for rare coins like the 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is hotter than ever. The prices are climbing, buyers are actively searching, and the window to act is narrowing. Every day, coins are being sold, collectors are adding to their collections, and fortunes are being secured. If you have this coin, or even a faint possibility of it lurking in your possession, the time to act is now. Waiting could mean letting hundreds of thousands slip through your fingers. Ask yourself this: when was the last time a single penny could make you richer than your car, your vacation, or even your retirement account? Spoiler, this is it, Act 3, the power and action. So, what makes this penny so powerful? It's not just its scarcity. It's the story it carries, the story of America, of mistakes becoming masterpieces, of ordinary items transforming into extraordinary wealth. Owning a 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than possession, it's prestige, it's influence, it's proof that fortune favors the observant, the bold, the patient. Now, imagine the market today. $673,000 is the going estimate, but consider the trajectory. Rare coins are appreciating at an astonishing rate, and buyers, wealthy, knowledgeable, passionate buyers, are competing fiercely to acquire them. This is no longer a hobby, it's a high-stakes game, and owning this penny places you squarely in the winner's circle. So here's your takeaway: don't underestimate the pennies in your change, your drawers, or even your old collections. One small coin, one rare minting error, could transform your financial landscape. The 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just a collector's item, it's a life-changing opportunity. The moment to act is now, the value is extraordinary, and the demand is insatiable. History rewards those who pay attention. Fortune smiles on those who act decisively. And opportunity, well, sometimes it comes disguised as a humble penny. Hold it, cherish it, and recognize it for what it truly is: a ticket to wealth, a bridge to legacy, and a story you could tell for generations. So, check your coins, examine your collection, and ask yourself, could today be the day you uncover your fortune in a 1971 Lincoln penny? Because in the world of rare coins, even the smallest discovery can lead to the largest triumph. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life. Not a few $100s, not a few thousand, but over $500,000 in your pocket. Sounds like a fantasy, right? Yet, for a select few, this isn't fiction, it's reality. Today, we uncover the hidden treasure of the 1971's mint Mark Lincoln penny error, a coin so rare, so coveted, that collectors around the world would do almost anything to get their hands on it. But here's the catch: very few people even know it exists, and even fewer will ever sell one. So, if you think this is just another penny, think again. This coin could be the key to a financial story you never imagined. Let's set the stage. In 1971, the United States Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies, but somewhere in the process, a handful of coins took a wrong turn. A mint mark error occurred at the San Francisco Mint, creating pennies that were different from every other penny in circulation. And while most people tossed their change without a second thought, savvy collectors saw an opportunity. What if I told you that one coin from that year, in pristine condition, is now worth $673,000 in today's market? And here's the kicker: it's in such high demand that when one appears for sale, it disappears almost instantly. Now, pause for a second and imagine your reaction if you found one tucked in an old jar of coins. Would you laugh, cry, or maybe just scream in disbelief? Funny enough, many collectors report that exact mix of emotions the moment they see it in person. This is why even holding one, even if just for a few seconds, feels like touching history and wealth at the same time. So why is this penny so extraordinary? To answer that, we need to dive into the details. Unlike regular pennies, the 1971's mint Mark Lincoln penny error has a distinct flaw that sets it apart: the mint mark itself, subtly misaligned or missing, and a specific die error that the experts call S-overstrike. In plain language, this isn't just a misprint, it's a once-in-a-lifetime anomaly. But here's the secret most people don't know: condition matters as much as rarity. A worn or circulated coin might fetch a fraction of its potential value. Yet, coins in flawless condition, grades MS 65 and above, can demand hundreds of thousands of dollars. Imagine the fear and excitement in the eyes of collectors bidding for such a coin at auction. This isn't just collecting, it's a high-stakes game where knowledge and timing can literally make, or break, you financially. And yes, while some may chuckle at the thought of getting rich off a penny, consider this: people have discovered these hidden gems in their spare change jars, dresser drawers, even couch cushions. Literally pennies that could pay for your dream vacation, or, for the truly bold, even fund the start of a small business empire. Here's a question to reset your thinking for a moment. If a coin could suddenly change your life, would you notice it lying under your coffee table cushions, or would you walk past it? This coin's allure isn't just monetary, it's emotional. Owning one means you're part of an exclusive circle of collectors who don't just follow trends, they define them. And let me tell you, the demand is so high that private collectors are willing to pay above market value just to secure one. In short, this isn't merely a coin, it's a symbol of prestige, wealth, and opportunity. So, what does this mean for you, right now? If you happen to own a 1971's mint mark Lincoln penny error, or even suspect you might, the clock is ticking. Demand is at an all-time high, and every moment you wait could be a lost opportunity to transform a dusty old coin into life-changing wealth. Think about it, a single coin, perfectly preserved, could command $673,000 today. That's more than most people earn in decades of work. And the story doesn't end there. The market for rare coins is only growing as collectors seek scarcity, historical significance, and potential investment returns. Your penny isn't just metal, it's a ticket to joining an elite circle of wealthy collectors, a tangible piece of history with the power to reshape your financial future. Here's the truth, opportunity knocks quietly. It's subtle. And like most fortunes, the ones who succeed are those who recognize value before the rest of the world catches on. So, if you have a 1971's Lincoln penny in your possession, or even a jar of old coins that might contain one, take a closer look. Check the mint mark, examine the condition, and imagine the possibilities. Because the window to capitalize on this rare coin is narrow, and in this high-demand market, hesitation can literally cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. And let's end with this thought, wealth isn't just about accumulation, it's about recognizing opportunities that others overlook. That tiny Lincoln penny, minted over 50 years ago, is proof that extraordinary fortune can come in the smallest forms. So look carefully, act decisively, and remember, in the world of rare coins, one penny can truly change everything. Imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand, a tiny, unassuming coin that could transform your life forever. A 1973 Lincoln penny, seemingly ordinary, yet hiding a secret so rare that collectors across the United States would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for it. And here's the twist, this isn't just any penny. This is the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, a coin error so extraordinary that its current market value has skyrocketed to an astonishing $575,000. Now, you might be wondering, a penny worth more than my car? Surely, that's a joke. But in the world of rare coin collecting, these hidden treasures exist, and they change lives. Today, we're diving deep into the story of this penny, exploring why it's in such high demand, and why you might already be holding a fortune in your pocket without even knowing it. Think about the excitement of discovering something rare, something others have overlooked for decades. Every day, thousands of coins pass through hands across America, pocket change that seems worthless, until you realize one small mistake, one missing mint mark, can turn a simple penny into a goldmine. The 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just metal, it's a story of chance, a story of timing, and most importantly, a story of opportunity. People have literally made life-changing sums from pennies that were once buried in jars, drawers, and forgotten coin rolls. And here's the part that sends chills, this coin was a minting anomaly, a printing oversight that created an instant rarity. You might ask, how could a tiny penny be worth hundreds of thousands? Well, consider this, every year, the US Mint produces millions of pennies, but only a few escape with the imperfection that makes them historically unique. The missing mint mark is like a secret signature, a hallmark of rarity that collectors will stop at nothing to acquire. And in the fast-moving market of rare coins, time is money. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to secure these treasures. Let's step back and uncover the story behind the 1973 no-mint mark penny. In 1973, the Lincoln cent was one of the most common coins in circulation, yet the missing mint mark error occurred during a fleeting moment at the Philadelphia Mint. No one at the time could predict that this tiny oversight would one day make a penny worth more than $500,000. Picture this, A coin that once bought a piece of candy now has the power to reshape a collector's entire portfolio. That's the fascinating duality of coin errors. They are ordinary objects carrying extraordinary value, and here's something that might make you smile, the irony of it all. A coin so small, so lightweight, holds more value than most gold bars you see on TV. Imagine walking past a shiny Lincoln penny on the sidewalk and ignoring it, only to realize years later that you've just walked past a $575,000 treasure. It's like misplacing a winning lottery ticket and only realizing it decades later. This pattern of hidden wealth is exactly why collectors treat these pennies like museum pieces, guarding them, investing in them, and sometimes paying outrageous prices to secure the rarest examples. The market for these coins is hot, almost feverish. Buyers compete fiercely at auctions, online marketplaces, and private sales. The thrill is palpable. Who will be the one to take home the coin that combines historical significance, scarcity, and undeniable value? And here's the secret most people don't realize: these coins don't just retain value, they appreciate over time. That's why if you ever stumble upon a 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, hesitation is your enemy. Every day, more collectors wake up to the reality that missing mint marks are gold mines waiting to be claimed. Here's a truth that can't be ignored: hundreds of thousands of coins like this are already in circulation, hidden in jars, drawers, and forgotten change banks. Maybe one of them belongs to you. The fear of missing out is real, because while you're watching this video, someone else might be placing a bid that secures a fortune. And the excitement? It's electric. Imagine discovering that your long-forgotten collection includes a penny worth $500,000. That's not fantasy, that's reality in the rare coin market. And urgency is the key. Coins like this rarely stay available. Auctions close, collectors act fast, and those who hesitate are often left staring at a missed opportunity. So what does this mean for you? First, awareness is everything. Learn to spot these rare gems. Examine your change, your coin jars, even old collections you thought were worthless. Second, understand the market. This coin isn't just a collectible, it's an investment. The 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is in extreme demand, and every passing day increases its value. And finally, take action. Don't let fear of the unknown hold you back from uncovering hidden wealth. Some of the wealthiest collectors started with pennies in their pockets, literally. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand, a coin so rare, so elusive, that collectors around the world would give their fortune just for the chance to own it. Now, imagine that coin is not some ancient artifact locked away in a museum. It could be sitting quietly in your drawer, forgotten among your spare change. I'm talking about the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a 1-cent coin with a story that could transform your life overnight. Yes, a single penny, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars today. $577,000, to be exact. And it's not just a number, it's the doorway to a lifestyle of wealth, security, and unimaginable opportunity. But here's the catch: most people will never know they have one. They'll spend their lives passing by these rare treasures, unaware that history and fortune are quietly hiding in plain sight. It's easy to laugh and think, it's just a penny. But let me ask you, what if that penny could change everything? What if the difference between financial struggle and extraordinary success was simply a matter of awareness? That's why you're here, and that's why this story matters. The story of the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a tale of chance, oversight, and immense rarity. Normally, every U.S. coin carries a mint mark to show where it was struck: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But in rare instances, errors occur, coins slip through, and collectors scramble. The 1976 Lincoln penny, with no mint mark, is one of those extraordinary anomalies. It's not just a mistake, it's a masterpiece of scarcity, a misprint that turns an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. Imagine the thrill of discovery, the adrenaline rush of knowing you might be holding something worth more than your house, more than your car, more than your dreams could imagine. This coin doesn't just sit quietly, it commands attention, respect, and an astonishing market value. And yet, the window of opportunity is closing. Every day, collectors, investors, and wealthy buyers scour the country, hunting for these coins. The truth is, while you're watching this video, someone else could be adding your potential fortune to their collection. That's the fear and excitement wrapped into one irresistible package, the urgency to act, and let's be honest, finding a rare coin is like dating in your 50s, patience, luck, and timing matter, but when it happens, it's electrifying. That's why this coin isn't just a collectible, it's a story, a legacy, a ticket to a life most people can only dream about. Every scratch, every gleam, every tiny imperfection becomes part of a journey that started decades ago and now leads straight to you. Here's the truth, these coins are in extremely high demand. Serious collectors and private investors are willing to pay top dollar, $577,000, and even more, for the privilege of owning a piece of history. And if you've ever glanced at a jar of pennies, or inherited a box from a loved one, you might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. This isn't hype, it's history, economics, and human desire converging into one powerful opportunity. So, what should you do? Start by examining your coins. Look closely, inspect for that missing mint mark, and don't overlook anything. What seems small, insignificant, or even mundane could be your gateway to a life-changing discovery. And when you do find it, know that you hold more than just a penny, you hold potential, power, and a story that others will pay dearly to be part of. Before you let this moment pass, remember, opportunities like this don't wait. They vanish in a heartbeat, claimed by those who are vigilant, daring, and willing to take action. The 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is more than a coin, it's proof that fortune favors the observant, the informed, and the bold. It's proof that sometimes, wealth isn't earned, it's discovered. And perhaps, just perhaps, your discovery is waiting right under your nose. So, open that drawer, dust off those coins, and look again. History is whispering. Fortune is knocking. And your life, well, it might just be about to change forever. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that most people toss into a jar without a second thought. Now, imagine that same coin being worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, potentially changing your financial future overnight. Today, we're diving into the world of 1976 Lincoln pennies, but not just any penny. This is the rare coin era that collectors and investors are scrambling to find, a 1-cent piece that, if you own it, could be valued at an astonishing $633,000 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, more than $500,000 for what most people think is just pocket change. Before we go further, let me ask you, how often do you get the chance to hold a piece of history that can make you instantly wealthy, simply by recognizing its rarity? And here's a little secret, most people will never know this coin exists, or if they do, they won't understand its true value. But you, watching this right now, have the opportunity to see what others overlook, to turn a small piece of copper into a life-changing asset. The story of the 1976 Lincoln penny era begins with the U.S. Mint itself. In the mid-1970s, America was celebrating its bicentennial, and pennies were everywhere, yet amid the millions of coins struck, a few slipped through the cracks. These coins, the mistaken gems, were created due to minor minting errors that the casual collector would never notice. But for the savvy eye, these errors are like hidden treasures, whispering stories of fortune and historical intrigue. Picture this, a coin so rare that even the most experienced numismatists can go decades without seeing one. The 1976 Lincoln penny with a minting error is more than just money, it's a connection to history, a conversation starter, and most importantly, a highly sought-after asset. Imagine someone finding one tucked away in a dusty old coin jar, unaware that their casual collection could be worth over $500,000. The excitement of discovery, the rush of knowing that ordinary-looking change could hold extraordinary value, that's the thrill collectors chase. Now, let me pause for a moment. Have you ever found something in your house and thought, wait, this could be worth something? Maybe it was a vintage comic, an old watch, or even a forgotten penny. That feeling. That heart-pounding realization that you might be sitting on a fortune. That's exactly what owning a 1976 Lincoln penny error feels like. And here's a humorous thought, if only that jar of pennies on your kitchen counter knew it had a future millionaire inside it. But here's the thing, time is critical. Coins like the 1976 D. Lincoln penny with the rare mint mark error don't stay available for long. The market for rare coins is fierce, and collectors are constantly hunting for these lost treasures. Every day, someone discovers one of these coins and lists it on the market, and every day, opportunities slip away for those who hesitate. This is not just about having a coin, it's about recognizing timing, rarity, and demand, and knowing that your next move could be life-changing. So, if you have coins from the 1970s sitting in drawers or jars, now is the time to look closely. You might be holding the next 1976 D. Lincoln penny error worth $633,000, and yes, it's not just a number, it's a ticket to financial freedom, a story of luck meeting opportunity, and a symbol of being in the right place at the right time. Remember, these coins are highly coveted by collectors who would pay a premium for even a single mint error penny. And one day, the chance to sell might knock, and it's those who are prepared who reap the rewards. In conclusion, the 1976 D. Lincoln penny with a mint error is more than a coin, it's an investment, a historical artifact, and a golden opportunity. If you've ever dreamed of turning something small into something monumental, this is the path. Look through your collections, inspect your coins, and imagine the life-altering possibilities. Because for those who spot it, understand it, and act, a single penny can become your gateway to extraordinary wealth. And remember, every coin has a story. Make sure yours tells a story of success, foresight, and fortune. Imagine holding a tiny coin in the palm of your hand, a coin so unassuming that most people wouldn't give it a second glance. But what if I told you that this very coin could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, even $638,000 today? I'm talking about the rare and highly sought-after 1997 D. Lincoln penny with a mint mark error, a coin that has become the ultimate treasure for collectors and investors alike. Now, before you dismiss this as some overhyped story, ask yourself this: how many everyday objects do you own that could instantly transform your life if you discovered they were worth a small fortune? Most people overlook pennies, but this particular Lincoln cent is living proof that even the humblest objects can hide unimaginable wealth. You might be wondering, a penny? Really? Yes, really. And this is where most people make a huge mistake. They see pennies as trivial, as something to be dropped in a jar or lost in a couch cushion. But rare coin collectors know better. They understand that the right penny, at the right time, can turn ordinary into extraordinary. And the 1997 D. error penny is exactly that, a golden opportunity disguised in copper. Let's step back for a moment and explore what makes this penny so special. The 1997 D. Lincoln penny with the mint mark error is not just rare, it's one of those coins that creates excitement the moment it hits the market. Unlike regular pennies, these coins were misstruck at the Denver Mint, producing a flaw that makes them stand out to the trained eye. And here's the kicker: the scarcity combined with the error has created a frenzy among collectors. Imagine being at an auction, knowing that you're competing with other serious buyers who are willing to pay top dollar, because everyone knows that this coin could be the centerpiece of a collection worth millions. Now, let's pause for a second. Picture holding that coin. Feel the weight of possibility. Can you sense the rush of excitement knowing that something so small could carry so much value? This is not just about money, it's about opportunity, timing, and being in the right place with the right knowledge. And trust me, this penny is in high demand. The moment you see it listed or spotted, collectors act fast. They know hesitation can mean missing out on a life-changing sale, and just to make sure you're paying attention, did you know that someone once accidentally threw away a batch of these pennies, only to realize later they were worth more than a small house? True story. That's how crucial timing and awareness are in the world of rare coins. Every second counts, and missing a moment like this could mean watching someone else cash in on your potential fortune. I know what you're thinking: a penny worth $638,000. What am I supposed to do, buy a magnifying glass and start digging in my couch cushions? Well, maybe. But seriously, sometimes the most incredible treasures are hiding right under your nose. And that's what makes the hunt so thrilling. It's equal parts suspense, strategy, and excitement. So, why is this coin worth so much? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and demand. The 1997 D. Lincoln penny error is not just a collectible, it's a statement. Owning one signals knowledge, timing, and insight into a market that few understand. And the market right now? It's exploding. Collectors, investors, and even new buyers are actively seeking these coins. Every auction and private sale only drives the price higher, and the current market value sits at an astounding $638,000. Now, here's the exciting part, you could already have one without even realizing it. Maybe it's tucked away in an old jar, handed down through generations, or forgotten in a drawer. And if you do, the window of opportunity is right now. Sellers who hesitate risk missing the moment when the market reaches its peak. But those who act decisively, they step into a world of instant credibility, wealth, and opportunity. So here's the takeaway, don't underestimate the power of a single coin. The 1997 D. Lincoln penny with the mint mark error is more than just copper and metal, it's a key to a financial and collectible kingdom. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who stumbled upon this treasure, now is the time to take action. Check your collection, inspect every penny, and if you find this rare gem, know that you're holding a coin that the world is chasing, and that, my friend, is the ultimate kind of wealth. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that could change your life forever. A small, seemingly ordinary penny, minted in 2018 at the Denver Mint, yet carrying a secret that only a few collectors know. This isn't just any penny, it's the 2018 D. Lincoln penny with a mint mark error, a coin so rare that its current market value can reach an astonishing $575,000. Yes, you heard that right, more than $500,000 for a tiny piece of copper and zinc. Now, I know what you're thinking, a penny from 2018? That's just spare change. But that's where most people get it horribly wrong. In the world of coin collecting, rarity isn't measured by age, it's measured by mistakes, scarcity, and the story the coin tells. And today, I'm going to take you on a journey through the fascinating world of one of the most sought-after coins in modern American history. Stick with me, because what you're about to learn could turn the spare change in your drawer into a fortune, but let's pause for a moment. Imagine buying a coffee with a coin worth $500,000. That's like accidentally walking past a treasure chest in your own home and not realizing it. And here's the kicker, thousands of these pennies were minted, but only a tiny fraction carry this rare mint mark error. The rest? Just ordinary circulation pennies, destined for pocket change and soda machines. You see, in this rare coin, the Denver Mint left behind a subtle flaw, a mint mark that was misplaced, doubled, or strikingly different, creating a collector's goldmine almost overnight. The emotional thrill of discovering such a coin is indescribable. Some call it luck, others call it destiny, but every serious collector knows its powerful opportunity waiting quietly in plain sight. Now, here's where it gets even more fascinating. The coin world is no longer a dusty corner of hobbyists and old-timers. Today, rare coins are investment-grade assets, attracting people who live life with style, wealth, and ambition. Imagine joining an exclusive club of collectors who spot a coin's hidden potential before the rest of the world even notices. That's exactly what happened with the 2018 D. Lincoln penny error. Within months of discovery, the coin skyrocketed in demand. Private collectors, high-end investors, and even hedge funds began competing for any verified example. And let me tell you something, the number of verified 2018 D errors is shockingly small. That scarcity isn't just rare, it's priceless. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't about hoarding pennies in a jar like your grandma's attic. No, this is about recognizing opportunity and acting before it's gone. Every day, ordinary pennies are overlooked, thrown into registers, lost in couches, or even discarded. And in that pile, there could be a coin with the potential to transform your financial landscape. Think of it as the ultimate treasure hunt. And here's a little humor to reset your brain for a second, what's smaller than a penny but can be worth more than a car? That's right, the 2018 D. Lincoln penny error. The irony isn't lost on collectors, and it's exactly why this coin has become the talk of the rare coin world. The truth is, this isn't a fleeting trend. The 2018 D. Lincoln penny era represents a broader surge in the coin market. Experts predict that modern era coins, especially those with verified rarity, will continue to climb in value exponentially. Imagine selling a coin today for $575,000, and a decade from now, it could be worth even more. This is wealth preservation through tangible assets, a strategy that the wealthy have understood for generations. Here's the moment of truth. If you or someone you know owns a handful of Lincoln pennies, especially from 2018, it's time to look closely. That ordinary penny in your drawer could hold the key to unimaginable wealth. Experts recommend verifying the mint mark and condition with certified grading services, because authentication is everything in this market. The excitement, the fear of missing out, the rush of seeing a coin's value skyrocket, it's all part of the emotional journey every collector experiences, and here's the reality most people don't see: opportunity waits for no one. The rare coin market moves fast. Once word spreads, the value of these 2018 D penny errors could surge beyond imagination. Imagine being the one who found it, verified it, and sold it to a collector who's willing to pay six figures, or even $500,000, for your discovery. The feeling is incomparable, a mix of triumph, relief, and awe. It's not just a coin, it's a ticket to financial freedom and legacy-building. So, take a moment and inspect your pennies. Don't overlook the small, the ordinary, or the overlooked. The 2018 D. Lincoln penny era is proof that in the world of rare coins, size doesn't matter, rarity does. And for those who recognize its potential and act with decisiveness, the rewards are life-changing. Remember, in the collector's world, hesitation is costly, but knowledge and action? Priceless. So next time you hold a penny, ask yourself, could this be the one that changes everything? That tiny coin may look ordinary, but hidden within its metal is the power to alter your financial future. The 2018 D. Lincoln penny with a Denver mint mark error isn't just a coin, it's an opportunity, a story, a rare gem that the world is waking up to. The question is, will you be the one to seize it, or will you let it slip into someone else's hands? The clock is ticking, and every moment could mean millions.